This is Professor L.B. Gayawad's English Literature Web. I am Professor L.B. Gayakawad is teaching today the topic Body Language. This is my lecture number 324 and part 4. Before going to the topic, I will request you to watch, like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel. The second request is that I have put all these notes in the description box. Please see and study them. Now we will turn to the lecture. So we have taken here the point for discussion, and the point is body language. We have seen in the last part that the body language means the movements, signs, postures of the body. And through these postures or movements, the body communicates with persons, and we can understand the emotions and feelings of the person who is showing the movements of the body. That is called the body language. So here, to understand this body language, we have taken one point and we are discussing that point here in detail. The point is avoiding unengaged audience. Means remember, there are some unengaged audience. It means that there are some persons who are unengaged, means they are empty there, I will say, and such person should be avoided or should be ignored or neglected. That's why there are some tips which are there, we will see now. When we release a presentation or collaborate during a group, we like that all people around us should be engaged in the activity. Remember, the explanation is that when the speaker is there and that speaker wants to make his presentation, or if that speaker has become a part of a group and he wants to present his points, then he likes that all people who are before him or around him, they must be engaged in his activity. It means that they should be included in it and they should give the particular response to his presentation. But the unengaged audience is there, and that audience is very much challenging audience to the speaker, and that's why we will see now the next tips which will be helpful to say that the audience can be boring due to your presentations. Remember, if our presentation is very bad, if our presentation is very boring, or if our presentation is not proper to the understanding of the audience, then the audience can be boring. And that's why the following tips are there which will help you, means these tips will help the speaker to say that or to learn that the audience can be boring due to his presentation. So how that method will come, or how that moment will come in front of him, we will see now. So remember, sitting carelessly. Remember, if the audience are sitting carelessly, if the speaker is sitting there carelessly, and if that speaker or the audience, I will say, have taken heads downwards, if the situation of the head is downwards, and of the speaker also as well as of the audience also, means of the people also, means that moment is not very proper moment, or that moment is really boring moment, and that's why the spirit of the speaker as well as this as well as if the situation is with the speaker, the spirit of the audience also goes down, and that's why this is not the ideal movement of the body. This is really the negative movement, and that's why it should be stopped there. The second movement is there, gazing at something, means the person is gazing at something else, or something is there and he is looking at that particular thing. And second, again, the thing is that he is looking upward. Means some persons have the habit of looking upward. This habit also brings a nuisance, I will say, brings a trouble into the presentation. That's why this habit also should be stopped. The next habit is whispering and talking with one another. Remember, when the discussion is going on, the presentation is going on, some people or even the audience have the habit of whispering, that is talking very, I will say, in a lower sound. They talk with each other, and this habit is also very much a bad habit, and this habit becomes negative, and the impression, the atmosphere or the climate there becomes very much bad. Then there is the habit which will be seen as picking at clothes. Picking at clothes, it means that there are some persons and they are making the sound with their clothes, and all these habits create the negative situations there. Then some persons have the habit of whittling with pens and phones. Means they cut something with pen, or they do such type of actions with the pen or with their mobiles, that these actions create the negative atmosphere there, and that's why these things are there, and these things happen always with the unengaged audience. And next is writing or drawing portrait. Means when there is the lecture going on, the presentation is going on, the speaker is speaking there earnestly, honestly, he is trying himself very nicely. But some persons have the habit, there are two persons or there may be one person, he has the habit of writing or drawing a portrait. Means he draws their portrait. Means the speaker is talking but he is doing his own work there, and this movement is bad. And that's why in such a situation we should change the environment with light jokes. So remember, when such type of situation comes in front of the speaker, then he should change the environment with some light jokes. It means that he should make some light jokes by which the atmosphere will be here very proper. Means the habits which are being done by all these persons will be stopped, and they will look at the presentation or they will listen to the presentation of this gentleman. So he should make some light jokes there. You can also ask them the direct questions, or this speaker can ask them the questions directly, or he can invite them for sincere listening, or he can request them, please listen to me carefully because I am giving this presentation for you. Means in this way he can talk with them and he can turn them to the presentation, because they have been engaged with their habits, movements, because they are the unengaged audience. That is the point. You can contribute their thoughts. It means you have to make them understand your presentation. Means there are some persons, if the speaker is giving importance to them and if he is contributing also to their thoughts, or if he is listening to their thoughts also, then their minds turn and their habits stop, and this thing becomes very much I will say helpful to the presentation of the speaker. If we turn them positively or sincerely, they will turn to our presentation, and in this way this positivity, or I will say this sincerity, bring them to the presentation, and then the speaker does his presentation very nicely. Otherwise, The unengaged audience will create nuisance there as follows. Means remember, all these unengaged, I will say audience people, if not stopped, if we do not stop them with the help of the above points, then they create the nuisance. How they create the nuisance is as follows. The first point is making hands movement. Such people makes hands movement, means they shake their hands or all those things they do. Then they cross arms or putting arms. Undisciplined means they put their hands here or there, arms here and there, and such type of things are also there, which are the negative things, and these things are done by the unengaged audience. Then avoiding eye contact means these people avoid the eye contact. Eye contact means they do not look at the speaker, they look here and there, means they ignore the speaker. Bad postures, this is the point, means they do always the bad movements. Then bad body movements they do. Leg movements they do, means they shake their legs or they do some typical actions of their legs while the speaker is talking there. Never laughing. Some audience are there who only sit very silently. They do not make any action and they do not laugh also. So such type of things are there, and by all these things there the atmosphere becomes very much negative. Therefore, you should appropriately handle them, and so it becomes the duty of the speaker to handle all these unengaged audience very nicely, and then the presentation of the speaker becomes very successful. Then there will be no distraction in the presentation, and in this way there will be no distractions. Distraction means what? Everything will be paid. Attention means everything will be attentive, means the audience will listen properly to the speaker, and the speaker also will talk properly to the audience. That is the thing which we can say that there will be no distraction. All the audience will support the presentation, and finally it will happen that all the audience will support the presentation. So here we have finished the topic body language. Again we will have the next point. Till then, thank you very much.